Okay.
Hello there, I'm Claire,
And I'm Chad.
and we've decided to travel the world full-time after college.
So you're probably wondering why.
Because we both are at SCAD, we've had the really great opportunity to go and jump around to all of their abroad campuses.
In 2018, we were able to go study abroad in Hong Kong, and then in 2019, we were able to go study abroad in Lacoste, France.
Study abroad opportunities gave us a chance to not just travel to these places, but to actually live and experience what it's like to be like a local in these areas. So we kind of got this urge to travel, but not just to travel. It was more like experiencing a country beyond their tourist destinations. Being able to hear a language that we might not understand, but also to be able to eat their food made from produce and spices from their local region. And I think that was the first like big spark of not just wanting to see everything, but wanting to experience it as well.
While we were studying abroad in Hong Kong, we took the opportunities on the weekends to have cheaper flights from Hong Kong to Taiwan, to Thailand, and we also got to go to Bali. So we tried to really take advantage of all of the time that we had there, and I just loved how light our travels got. Like we just didn't need much, and we were experiencing so much and packing it all into one weekend.
Right. So if you've been keeping up with my most recent project, you would have seen that I'm working on a series called The Quarter Life Crisis. And that was another thing that kind of sparked this idea that we're living in our golden years, or at least that's what everyone calls it. That like the 20s are your big exciting years. It's kind of like the years where you supposedly, of course in a more traditional sense, get married, have kids, establish your career, graduate college, all these really big things, and you get a lot of pressure from society and like what they expect of you, but also friends and family and just like everyone. Their opinions and advice are just like kind of piling down on us at least, and I feel like a lot of other 20-year-olds. You know, this decade is so special, and after watching way too many videos about life being so short and never knowing when you're gonna die, I had this idea that like if I were to die at 30, would I be doing what I want to do with this decade of my life? Which sounds super dark, but it's actually kind of a good way to look at your life and what you want to accomplish within a short span of time.
As far as like my background in high school and throughout even middle school, I would make a lot of different videos, and I was just trying so hard to tell a story, pick up a camera, just shoot things, learn, and this medium was just so exciting to me. And it was also like growing up with the initial YouTube where it was just like these viral videos was really interesting. Throughout high school, I had a group of friends that I would go shoot with, and we do like weekly newscast videos, and it was just always something different. It was a music video or commercials, or we just go around interviewing people. Like one of the things we did was we asked people in the hallways, what's your favorite color, and describe it using a sound. And just like these little silly acts of just telling a story and making people think was some of like my favorite parts of growing up. And I've always missed that. Going through college and studying advertising and branding, I look back and I'm like, it all involves storytelling. Whether it's branding or advertising or whatever it is, it's just telling a story and sharing it with people. And that's like the strongest form we can have in community.
And I also think that's somewhere that we really click, because I feel like with my work at the moment, at least, I really like making people think, or like having people wonder about things that they might not have thought about before. The whole idea of storytelling is definitely somewhere that we kind of mix, especially with having majors that are so different. I'm a fibers major, so that's very opposite of advertising and branding.
We found that whenever we're traveling, we get so much inspiration, and although we might be tired from traveling and from planning and all of it, it's just the most rewarding part of life that we've been able to find, because you're constantly learning and just seeing new things, where whenever you start to get in a routine is when days just click by so fast, and it's harder to grasp each day.
And also at this point, we have such a great privilege to not have any responsibility holding us back here. Of course, I know this isn't the case for everyone. That's why we're so privileged to be able to do this. But we don't have any kids. We don't have any debt or student loans, which I'm super grateful for. And of course, we do have savings that we can spend on whatever we'd like at the moment. We're thinking about departing in September of 2020, which is actually like really soon. So we have just about 9 months to prepare for this journey, and we're really excited to make videos that kind of show how we're packing for this and how we're just preparing to leave the States.
And like mentally, kind of like the background, what's going on through our heads, why are we doing this? And it's easy to say, it's not easy to capture all in one video, but as we're going through each of these steps of packing, of graduating, hopefully we can start to explain our mindset and how we're kind of coming to this conclusion.
So where are we gonna start?
We're planning on starting in Asia. Right now we're talking about going to Taiwan first. That's actually where Claire's parents first immigrated from when they came to the US. Nothing's totally set yet.
But we think that Asia would be a good place to start just because culturally I'm kind of like connected to that area, but also I can use my broken Chinese sometimes if we need to get around in areas that do speak Mandarin Chinese. But also it's very cheap. So I think that could be a really nice start for us. And the last is how we're doing this. We're using like all of my savings.
Basically, my sophomore year, I was able to save up some money from being an RA here at school, and I've slowly kind of used that money to buy a camera and from our travels, and I'm still working on getting some savings going.
I've just been raised in such a frugal household that I have been able to save like just a weird amount of money that would allow us to travel the world for at least a year without needing income. But of course we are going to try to make this our job.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been our first video.
Yeah.
If it was awkward, we're gonna get better, especially me. I'm not great at talking.
Please subscribe to our channel.